for sending me an e-arc of their new book, Discovery. So let's talk about Discovery for a minute. I'm digging it.
Yeah, yes. So the August Mr. Pooh is here. He's gonna make sure. No shenanigans.
Huge shout out to John and Jacob, to the family, the crew, for sending me an e-arc of their new book, Discovery, Strange Eons, Book 1. I am so freaking stoked to read this. I am getting started right away, today. I cannot wait. Not a shadow of a doubt that this book is going to blow my mind. The cover, I showed you a clip of it. It looks so freaking great. It says, an apocalypse in 5 acts. This is going to be right on my alley. Thank you, John. Thank you, Jacob. Thank you to the missus, of course. This book is like over 600 pages. So it's chunky, and I am going to read it as quickly as I can through this move. But just thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
There's something down there. It's not the submarine we were looking for. It's something else. We're all sick. And we're hearing things. Bad things.
So let's talk about Discovery for a minute. I think it's amazing. I can't remember if I actually updated. I didn't really read much yesterday, but I think where I left off, I am like 15 or 20% in. And the cosmic dark horror elements are really, really well done. It's definitely intriguing. I like how there's this sense of mystery and horror at the same time. The characters are distinctive. I really like the way it flashes between the present in which others are trying to put the pieces together and figure out what is going on, and the other section is from a letter from a person who was there at the scene of this event. It takes place on the ocean, and I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before, but one of my great anxiety-inducing fears is underwater horror. So that movie Poseidon, can't watch it. Is that what it's called? I don't know if that's what it's called. But the one with Matthew McConaughey, maybe I'm way off. Okay, it's a horror movie that takes place under the ocean, in a sunken ship. Okay, anything like that, any kind of underwater horror thriller where the simple fact that they could be cut off from oxygen and be stuck at the bottom of the ocean terrifies me. Absolutely terrifies me. I gives me the worst anxiety. And so that hasn't happened. They are above water. Everything's happening on a boat. They haven't sunk. But I can just feel that imminent sense of, oh shit, please don't go there. But I do like the fantastical elements that are found in it. I think that's pretty well done. I like the way he trusts the reader. They trust the reader to figure out what's happening, and they don't hold your hand, ease you into it. They just drop you in the center and expect that you can put the pieces together and figure it out. I really enjoy that part. So that's as far as I am. I'm really hoping to get a chunk of it read today at some point. We are still going through the house and purging everything, making trips to the dump, to Goodwill. I made a huge Goodwill donation of books, probably 200 books, if I had to guess. It was a lot of books, and there are probably still more down there that I could get rid of. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. I just wanted to say that I am so thoroughly impressed with the writing in this book, and I give high praise to the Mintons and their ability to cultivate such a real world yet fantastical atmosphere at the same time. And I know I'm early on, but I'm really hoping that the book maintains this sense of gotta know what's happening, urgency, mystery. Yeah, I'm really liking it, guys. I'm really liking it. So stay tuned. We're gonna power through this book, and hopefully I'll get this video edited, or this book read and this video edited before the movers come and pack all my stuff. That's it for now. Just wanted to give you an update. See you soon.
Hey. I knew that was coming. To be honest, I don't need those thinking about my teacher. My marriage is the most beautiful woman in the world. Your mommy.
Are you saying sweet things to me because you're on a photograph?
That would be nice.
All right, so it's like 2:40 and I'm just sitting down to read. I actually did a little bit of stuff around the house and did some yoga.
So if you've done this a bunch, it might actually be a little bit slow for you, but still, working on the basics is fundamental to our practice. The cool thing about yoga is that the most therapeutic postures are the most basic postures. So don't feel like you need to do anything fancy, all right?
And now I'm going to try to read for like an hour before I have to do other things, make dinner, blah, 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 blah. So let's see. I am diving in. There's one thing that I love in books, particularly in like sci-fi and fantasy books, where you can let your imagination take over and things can get very wild and crazy, is when there are archaeological discoveries, things of that nature, which this is something I just read. Okay, granted, I am 17% in, so I'm not quite even as far as I thought I was, but they just found these sonar maps of the ocean floor on which this boat that they are tracking, that they're trying to find the crew of, and they find these structures under the ocean floor, and it says, "If these measurements are correct," Fritz said, counting under his breath, "that center structure measures taller than the World Trade Towers." The room hesitated, then looked to each other for confirmation of what they heard, and Howard's face broke into a grin. I don't know, there's just something about that, the discovery aspect, that so intrigues me and just pulls me deeper in. Like, now I absolutely need to know what the heck's going on here. Yeah, I love it. Love it. So good, so good, so good. Okay, so it's 3:30 and I'm gonna stop for now because I have to do some stuff. I just hit 21% and we had a time jump, a little bit of a time jump, not that much, but also it seems a new perspective, and it looks like things have escalated pretty quickly. And yeah, I must say that I am very invested and intrigued by what the hell is happening. Just the kind of story I love. So I'm not going to do spoilers in this, obviously, because the book has not even fully come out yet, and I don't want to ruin it for all of you fantasy, sci-fi, horror lovers out there. So from here on out, I will be talking in code. No. I will just be talking about overall themes, ideas, maybe general statements, giving my overall feedback, and no specifics. So that is that. A quick update. I am 40% through Discovery, and I am shocked that this is the Minton's debut novel. How? Just how? It seems contradictory. Anyway, I wanted to mention this while I was thinking of it, but I really feel like if you have watched the show Invasion on Apple TV, this is giving me vibes of that. Because in essence, you are getting multiple stories within the same world. They're all connected in some way, big or small. And, you know, just that thread is woven? That thread is woven throughout. And the characters are so intriguing and well developed in just this dystopian post-apocalyptic scenario. It is at times a little bit off-putting in that you move from one narrative to the next seemingly at random, and you're having to introduce yourself to these new characters and basically start fresh as you figure out where they fit in this puzzle, what part they have to play. It's like at the start of any story when you're not sure how you're going to feel about it, because are you going to like the characters? Are you going to like the setting? Are you going to like the plot within that section? So that at times feels just a little bit, it's like starting fresh. So if you're not a fan of that, then maybe that's not something that would work for you. But it really works very well in the story because you get such a multi-dimensional understanding of this crazy, like I said, post-apocalyptic setting, and getting it from these different angles, these different perspectives, these different countries and continents. It really gives you this immense understanding of what is going on. And so I think that really works very, very well for the story. I'm excited to continue on. I feel like there's just another quick thing, but I feel like there's so many little hints to other stories, some that are even blatantly mentioned within the text, but also just you can see the inspiration that has maybe been taken from things such as Hyperion. The one that comes to my mind specifically is Hyperion. So yeah, if you're a fan of any of those things, then I absolutely think that this is a book for you, that you should check this out when it comes. And I'm not even halfway. Like, I still have 60% of this book to go, but it's just so well done. Like, the prose is expertly written. I don't know how else to say it. And I do know that Amy has received her MFA. Like, she went to school for writing. She is a writer and a reader. And so I'm sure that that has something to do with it. Like, she's studied the art of writing. And so it shows. It absolutely shows. I can't sing high enough praises. I'm digging it. Very, very much digging it. That's it for now. Bye. to Montana. I am currently in my new office space and loving it. I finished Discovery a few days ago. There was a huge break in between. I stopped at like, I don't know, 80%, 85%, and then didn't read for probably 10 days, 12 days, because we were driving here, closing on the new house, in hotels, just, chaos of moving states. But I did finish it a few days ago, and since then we have gotten our household goods and we've just been unpacking for days and days, and we're still not done. But anyway, I just wanted to say that I really loved Discovery. I thought that it was really intelligent and well thought out, planned, very literary, but post-apocalyptic, and it just kind of pushes the boundaries of genres. It pushes the genre boundaries because it includes just a little bit of everything. And it was really just a pleasure to read. Yeah, it was really great. I highly recommend it if you are into post-apocalyptic, sci-fi, fantasy, almost horror elements. It really checked all of those boxes, and it was beautifully written. The character development in it is fantastic. You can't help but have these mixed emotions about the characters that you're introduced to, which is exactly how characters should be, in my opinion, because there is no person out there who is only bad or only good. Yeah, very realistic in that respect, and highly recommend. I know it comes out in May. I'm not exactly sure of the date. I will have to find out for you and throw it in here. What else? I started reading Interview with the Devil before we had gotten our household goods. So I only got like 25% into that, and I've had to put it aside while we unpack. But I can talk about that more later somewhere else. I just wanted to wrap up this video and post it because I am late to the game at this point. I know that many of the other people that were given the e-arc have already done their reviews and given their praises, and I just wanted to add mine to the growing list. So yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the vlog, and stay tuned. Hopefully there will be more coming soon.